G'day there, how are you? I'm Tony Fountain, I'm an Australian auctioneer and I travel the east coast of Australia selling property and livestock. At least that's what I was doing, and if it hadn't been for Land Rover then I wouldn't be doing that anymore, because a few days ago I was involved in a crash in my Land Rover Freelander 2, basically north of Tamworth. Driving along, animal shot out from the left hand side. I swerved to miss it, went up the embankment, racing along the embankment, slowing down well with the braking, whatever, and all of a sudden this concrete culvert appeared in front of us. There was this almighty crash. Everything went white. I thought, whoa, I'm in heaven. And then a second later, bang, I'm hanging upside down in the car like a bat, and the cabin was full of white smoke. Now, I suppose as both a pilot and a blue water sailor, I've had my moments with Mother Nature at times, but I have never, ever, ever had the fear that came into me at that moment when I was hanging upside down thinking that car was on fire. Now, it turns out, of course, that the white smoke is the powder that's on the airbags. So once I worked out that I was all still in one piece, miraculously, I dropped to the floor, which was actually the roof, scarped across. Bearing in mind I'm 185 centimetres and 105 kilos, it's amazing how athletic you can become when you've got to be, I can tell you. So we opened the window, scurried out there like a rat up a rope out onto the road, stood up and blow me down. The only thing I had was a little cut on my arm just here and a bump up here on my head. So that was it. So boy, am I impressed with Land Rover. It was just a magic. Now, you'll see photos. You've already seen the first one of the car inverted. At the end of this video, there'll be another slide, a photo of the car taken from a distance. Now, the things I'd like you to notice there is that not one of those windows was either cracked or broken, and all the doors were able to be opened. So the structural integrity of that Freelander 2 is absolutely rock solid. And then the third slide or photo shows you the airbags that are deflated. Now, things to notice in them, there's the pinky coloured one which is on the steering wheel that came out at me. There's a bluey greeny striped one that comes underneath the steering wheel which covered my knee, so there was no damage there. There was also one which you can't see that was on the door that banged out that side, but the important one, and the really important one, is the curtain one, and that's a bit of white you'll see hanging down at the top, because that protected my head when we built it into that culvert. Now, the doctor at Tamworth, who was fantastic, he was saying to me during the afternoon that with road crashes, the two things that really kill people are A, not wearing a seatbelt, so you're either thrown out of the car or you're tossed around inside the car, or there's no curtain airbag. So when the car comes to a halt in that process, you go bang and you hit your head up here against the side of the cabin wall. Now, that's what happened with me, and obviously the airbag, just to give me a little cut like that, was just miraculous. So really, as I said, also I would point out that Land Rover don't even know I'm doing this ad, but I think when someone's attention to detail and quality in their product saves your life, then I'm more than happy to put up a 2 bob's worth of how good they are. So all I can say to you is thank you very, very much, Land Rover. A magnificent vehicle. If you're looking to buy a car in around that 50,000 range, certainly put a Land Rover Freelander 2. It's economical, about 6.5 litres per 100 k's on the highway. It's extremely comfortable to drive, and as I've just explained, if you do have the bad luck to have an accident, you've got a maximum chance of walking out of it with no injuries. The URL for Land Rover is at the end of it. If you're not buying a Land Rover, just make sure you've got those curtain airbags in that car, because that's going to keep your head intact. So thank you, Land Rover. Have a great 2012, because I know for sure I'm going to be. Every day is a bonus. Thank you.